Hello and welcome to Green Pass Gaming's live reaction of Xbox's 20th anniversary. Today is Xbox's and Halo's birthday, and what a fantastic show I hope we're about to have. I've been tweeting out today just kind of how special a 20th anniversary, particularly of a games company like this is. And I know there's a few other games companies that are a lot older, but for Xbox to have made it to 20, I think that's quite a fantastic achievement. And it's an absolute privilege for us, the GPG crew, to be doing a live show, a live reaction show, as and when it all unfolds. So really excited for that. I know most of the community are just as excited. There's been lots of tweets, lots of traffic on Twitter and things like that. So it's going to be a fantastic evening, and we're gonna hang around a little bit after the show. We're going to discuss the show. Sadly, we couldn't do the podcast last night for quite a few reasons. It turned out in the end, but we're back tonight. We're here. And thankfully it will go without any hitches whatsoever. But before we do any of that, let's introduce the entire GPG crew for your listening pleasure. And let's go in order. And Scott, SX2, you're first up in order, my friend. How the devil are you? And what are you looking forward to most in today's show?
Yeah, really well, Flap. Thank you very much for asking. I'm pretty excited for tonight to this afternoon, to be honest. Obviously we didn't have the show yesterday. It was just kind of like, I don't think it really could have gone worse in terms of like people having some sort of problem. So it was a shame about that, but obviously it's great that we just have to wait to today for the next show. And yeah, really excited. We'll probably touch on it in a second, but the Halo stuff, I'll just leave it at that. Is the stuff that excites me potentially the most. And yeah, so really looking forward to seeing what they've got to show. My expectations are both high and low, if that makes sense. Like I'm not expecting new things. I'm not expecting like new announcements, but high because I'm expecting like just a cool show, if that makes sense. I'm not expecting new announcements, but I'm expecting to enjoy the 30-minute show that they've got planned. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Excellent. Yes, well, we'll have a bit of a chat about that. We've got 10 minutes before the show starts. Puxley, welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for being here. Yeah, are you excited for today's show?
Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this actually. As you say, I've been spending a lot of time. I know we've had the official GPG tweet earlier today about the as you said earlier, the 20th anniversary celebrations for various different consoles as well, happening at different points this year, whatever it is. But I've also seen loads of different tweets from big industry leaders and otherwise congratulating Xbox, and it's just one of those kind of nice times where I'm not expecting an awful lot outside of a few things that are rumored to maybe be surprise announced or something. So I'm looking forward to some of those perhaps, but at the same time, as Scott was saying, I don't have any particular massive expectations of what to see. It's more of I think it's just a nice celebration show, if anything, and I think it's going to be great to see and see what happens. I mean, I am hoping for some surprises, but I'm not necessarily expecting loads, if that makes sense. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
No, it does make sense, and I think they've been trying to temper people's expectations and stuff. But there's been some rumours around Halo, and perhaps we'll bounce back to that in a sec after we've introduced our final panel member and the last last person in the GPG crew on my screen here. Luke, welcome to the show, my friend. You just about squeaked it in from work today. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Yeah, I think echo pretty much exactly what Scott and Pucks have said. Not expectations are low, but also high. I just like I think if there was one thing there that I'd like, it's the Halo stuff and maybe a trailer for not a new game, but something they've announced already. But I'm not expecting that. So, but it's great. I think it's cool that they do stuff like this, and it's awesome to be able to celebrate it with everyone as well. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Excellent, fantastic. Oh, your mic's cutting in a little bit there, Luke. It sounds like there's some kind of noise suppression going on. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we can hear you just about.
I'll sort that. Don't worry.
Cool. Going to sort it on the fly. Yeah. So yeah, very exciting. You know what? God, we're a tough crowd, aren't we? We're not expecting much, but we want something. Yeah.
No, I think it's just going to be good vibes, isn't it? You know, like I think that's what it is, because this is different. This isn't E3. This isn't like a showcase. I don't think you can come out of this disappointed. Like if you come out of this disappointed, then you're looking at the event completely the wrong way. It's a celebration, And anything that we get, like this Halo stuff, or if we get something like a new trailer for Fable or something like that, anything like that's just a bonus. So I think the good thing about this event is, especially with it only being 30 minutes, is I don't think you can come out of this disappointed. Really, I think it will be really hard to come out of this disappointed because of what it is, really. And obviously, we're all here for the same reasons. We're Xbox fans, we're games fans, and Xbox has been part of our lives for 20 years, or at least some part of. So I think it's a good sort of gathering and celebration of everything together.
No, absolutely. And, it is quite a milestone, isn't it? Because, during the Xbox One era, that really was a low point. And they could have quite easily turned their back on it. And thank God they didn't, because it's got us through to this point. And my God, are they in is it a different kind of gaming part of the gaming division now than compared to during the end of the 360 and the beginning of the Xbox One era? They really have turned things around, and they've taken the game to Sony, which is fantastic to see, and they've done so fantastically well, because back in the beginning of the Xbox One era, things like Game Pass, and you just it would have just seemed so fantastical, but by the end of that generation, there it was, and you have to, if you're behind, then you have to innovate to try and catch up, and that's exactly what they've done. So it's really impressive to see kind of how they've evolved, particularly not necessarily just from the beginning, but even from that low point in the middle, how they've kind of evolved, and they're still in the fight. They're very much still in the fight, and they're bringing some fantastic entertainment. And like I put in my tweet earlier, I've had some fantastically wonderful moments with the various Xboxes I've owned, and that's both first and third party as well. It's such a fantastic platform, and the one thing particularly early on that really sort of brought me into the Xbox was the online ecosystem and the features, particularly over PlayStation and things like that. And I think that's held them in good stead, obviously, to this day. And I know, obviously, PlayStation have caught up a hell of a lot, but for me, that sort of online ecosystem of Xbox continues to shine. Pux, what kind of got you onto Xbox? I know we've kind of discussed this a few times, but what was the thing that kind of got you onto Xbox and kept you there?
Oh man, I think, again, as you say on a previous show when we did talk about it, I think Xbox Live was actually a big driver of what put me onto Xbox, because I think a lot of people, from what I see online and read different articles and stuff, it seems to be mostly globally shared that Xbox Live kind of really helped to jumpstart the console online gaming position. And I think not only that, but then the first party franchises, which really also bolstered it with the launch of the 360, when we started seeing things, the different Forza games coming out, or Gears of War, and of course then Call of Duty, and big games like that kind of came onto the bandwagon and propelled people with these consoles worldwide jumping on and trash talking each other. I think it was just a general ecosystem of how seamless it all was, especially when it all kind of came together at the 360 stage. I know Xbox Live was around during the OG Xbox, but that was its beginnings. But I don't think it really flourished until the 360, and just how well it all works and seamlessly put everything together. And the feelings of coming back from school or college or whatever else, or work, and jumping online and putting the headset on, and the feeling of doing that for the first time as a console gamer was pretty special in a way, just knowing you could just trash talk your friends and play together in the comfort of your own homes or bedrooms. I think for me that was kind of the biggest driver, which kind of kept me on Xbox when I started playing on Xbox, if that makes sense.
Absolutely does. Luke, do you remember the old days of the memory card? Was it I think you could get, was it a 4 gig memory card or something?
256 megabyte, I think you'll find.
256 megabyte. Wow! And the old days of
the memory card.
Very small.
That's
4 gig would have been £750,000 back then. So no chance you would have got that.
The hard drive was 60 gig, wasn't it? You could buy an optional
the original.
No, it's 20.
360.
20 gig was the original, and then you could buy the 60 gig expansion.
Yes, no, sorry, yeah. I mean I was talking about the 360 here actually. But,
okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the original Xbox there, so that was 8 gig. I think
that was an 8 gig hard drive, wasn't it?
Wow. Yeah, and then the 360, obviously, well, you didn't even need one, and then I think you get the 20 or the 60.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
that's right. So because do you remember the Xbox arcade games couldn't be anything more than, was it something like 150 meg or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. And they only had, didn't they have something like 200 achievements or something? That's all they could have at first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
200 gamer
maximum.
score. Yeah, they limited them, didn't they? So it was 1,000 for the full game and 200 for an arcade.
So who's still got all their Xboxes?
I don't actually. I don't have.
You don't?
I think I've got an old Crystal original Xbox in my mum's
Nice.
loft.
Right.
I don't know if it works anymore, but yeah, no, I don't tend to keep them funnily enough. I tend to just move on.
Yeah,
apart from
I'm
Steel
kind of the
Battalion,
same.
which I've said before. So that's the one thing that I still have.
Yeah, but is that not just because you can't shift it, Luke? Because it's
Yeah, that's
because
because it's like, yes, you need a truck to actually come and take it away. Yeah, so that's the only one. But I think, I've also got somewhere, I've got an original Duke controller as well, which is, again, squirreled away somewhere, but no other consoles. And yeah, the 360 era wasn't like that big of an era for me, funnily enough. I really enjoyed it, but it didn't compare to the OG Xbox era for me. That was my sort of golden time.
Well, it says we've got 60 seconds for this premiere. I'm just hoping the video's going to start automatically. Let me just double check on my
it should
phone.
do, hopefully.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of someone who's had to sort of sell my console to fund the purchase of the last one. The first generation that I didn't really have to do that was this one. Previous generations I've sold my original console. Unfortunately, I would love to have kept them. But then this generation I was able to keep my Xbox One, but then I got rid of that to buy a Series S instead. So I don't even have my Xbox One anymore, which is a shame. I would love to have some old consoles, and I have looked into purchasing like Dreamcasts and original Xboxes. That silver one that Luke's on about is this lovely green one, as well as semi-transparent one's pretty nice.
That was the semi-transparent one was a dev kit early on, wasn't it? I think, didn't they then launch an official version of the transparent green one?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So they had the green one, you had a blue one, which I think was like Dead or Alive themed or something like that.
Yeah, and then a crystal one.
Yeah,
so like a white one.
Excellent. Well, we're just waiting. It says it's going to start momentarily. I'm just checking out. Here we go.
Oh, 2 minute countdown.
Right, let me just drop the volume slightly. Is that quite loud? Sounds like it's quite loud.
It is for me, yeah. My ears. Let us know, chat, if you can hear it okay, though.
Yeah, just need to get the audio balance right between obviously our voices in the background. Although, I guess, guys, we're not going to be talking too much over the top.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what? I am hoping for something. I know the rumour that they said they might shadow drop the multiplayer for Halo. That didn't surprise me one little bit, if I'm honest. And I know that's kind of been retracted. It was only nothing more than a rumour. But how cool would that be?
Yeah, it will be awesome.
To be honest, guys, I'll see you online afterwards if that's the case.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. You're gonna have like a 50 gig download to do,
that's true.
Along with millions of other people. So I think the chances of getting it tonight are pretty slim, unfortunately.
I won't be holding my breath. But I did have a feeling that they might do something like that, particularly with the multiplayer. It seems a bit kind of obvious in some regards that they could shadow drop something like that. But like I said,
do you reckon they'll close on that announcement though, if it is a thing?
Well, I mean, the rumor goes in the middle somewhere. I mean, the rumor goes that it was going to be launched today, and then it's the 11th hour that's been clawed back. But apparently, it's still coming in November. So yeah, it could be by the end of the week, couldn't it? So it could be something they announced towards the end.
Yeah.
Have you turned off the audio, by the way, or was that the video itself where the audio is gone?
I can hear the audio. Can't you hear the audio?
Not anymore.
No.
Oh. Chat, can you let us know if you can hear the audio?
I guess is the audio coming through StreamYard for chat?
It looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like it is.
BMG says they can hear it fine.
Excellent. Oh, sorry, you can't, Jets.
That's all right, I'll just open up a new window.
At Xbox, our passion is to help you find and play the games that you love.
You know, I love the art form of video games. I think we tell stories that bring people together, whether it's competing or whether it's cooperative. This is just what gaming should be about.
I love that original Xbox sort of loading sound.
Wow. After all of this time, it's special to be back here with Xbox fans around
That's
the world.
Robbie Buck.
I mean, just
Robbie
look
Buck,
at this
yeah.
stage. That alone shows
That stage
how
is pretty
far
cool.
We've all come since 2001.
Yeah, look at that.
My name is Robbie Buck, and I had the privilege.
I wonder if
to be
they're gonna
in
bring
charge of
JLR
Xbox
back.
until I retired from
Oh, yeah,
Microsoft
JLR.
Oh
in
God,
2000.
yeah.
Well,
with
never
with
do.
his
Yeah.
jeans.
Is he gonna be in a
jeans,
hoodie?
jacket?
Yeah.
Hoodie.
And is he going to have an earring?
Away from Microsoft to
He'll
get
have
in the
two
movie
now.
room.
Yeah, let's
But as we
take some
assembled
bets.
our
Earring or no
team and
earring?
got to
Well,
work,
I'm team earring.
Xbox quickly blossomed into a new vision for what games could be. An Ethernet port to connect players over the internet at broadband speeds. A built-in hard drive to help games evolve beyond the limitations of discs and cartridges. A global dedicated online service to let you play with old and new friends alike, no matter where they are. These were audacious, groundbreaking ideas at the time, but they were also risky. We faced skeptics and doubters, I'll be honest and say inside and outside of Microsoft. We had missteps along the way. There were lots of challenges involved in getting that first Xbox out the door in a way that was
just
true
saying
to
the
our
audio is far too loud.
So when I think about what it took to bring
Yeah,
Xbox to
and,
life,
it looks like
I
there maybe
always
subtitles
remember that
enabled as
success
well
was
there,
not
Flap.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
It was your passion for what Xbox is that transformed that vision into reality. A vision only comes to life when others share a belief in what's possible. And for that, we are grateful to all of you, our partners, developers around the world, and most of all, our fans.
Microsoft is going to make a game console.
We weren't sure how we were going to do it. Risk was enormous. Microsoft was this dominant company of the era, but success or even survival was anything but preordained.
We started to ship quality games.
And at the same time, we weren't doing anything in the console space. One day, these guys from the DirectX team walked in. We just thought of ourselves kind of that rebels.
A weird combination of craziness and genius. We were a renegade team.
A lot of our thinking was focused on making the very best games.
That really meant something for us.
I think BMG's saying the
We
video
wanted
audio
a
can maybe
console
be turned up a
designed
little
to be
bit.
easy
I
and
think it
fun to
was
make games
our
on.
voices that were a bit loud.
We were trying to crash meetings and get traction on this thing.
Okay, just up to.
We were an
hopefully it's
annoyance.
better.
You're proposing taking money away from Office in order to fund some game system?
Ballmer understood where the money came from.
Steve looked at the Xbox idea and saw insanity.
Wait just 1 minute before you answer.
What's the hard drive going to cost? What's the Ethernet port going to cost? There's no way.
Everything about making a console is hard.
We made this little device.
That was held together by chewing gum and paste.
And it doesn't turn on. It became clear that there was just some really big challenges for us.
The Duke wasn't a small controller.
You had to have gorilla hands to work with this thing.
It doesn't matter what your technology is. If you don't have the games, we were done.
They had this new thing called Halo.
Forza was built as an epic racing game. Gears of War was appealing to a hardcore gamer.
We were focused on having all of our games prepped for E3, and we were always just one catastrophic bug away from not making it.
What's going on?
The Red Ring of Death.
Microsoft brand is on the line, the Microsoft name's on the line.
It's insane to launch a game console. When you're Microsoft, you made frickin' Windows and a spreadsheet.
It was chaotic.
Chaos. Total chaos.
Our goal is to continue to innovate across all platforms.
Bridge the gap between traditional and cloud-based gaming.
And then sometimes there's surprises that come out of nowhere.
We are no longer in the Microsoft playbook.
Power On, the Story of Xbox is a 6-part documentary series that will release on December 13th across a variety of video platforms.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So the project began almost 3 years ago with a simple question. Is there a compelling story behind the history of Xbox? The answer, it turns out, was yes, absolutely. So we partnered with an Emmy Award-winning documentary film team to really dig in and help bring the story to life. At its core, it's a story about how Xbox started as a passion project from a small group of gamers within Microsoft and grew to become a source of joy for Xbox players around the world. Whether you've been here for the entire 20 years or you have just joined us, we're excited to have you with us today. And we're going to relive some of our favorite moments, hear some words of wisdom from our very own Phil Spencer, and definitely have a little bit of fun.
Well, thanks, Rock. And it really is an honor to have you here. Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of yours. For instance, I know that you're a 5-time WWF champion, not to mention one of the top entertainers in the world.
Bill, I'm very flattered. I'm a big fan of yours as well. For instance, The Rock knows you're the chairman and chief software architect of the Microsoft Corporation, a leading worldwide provider of software for the personal computer.
Thank you, Rock. I'm very flattered myself.
By creating Windows in 1983, a multitasking graphical user interface environment that runs on MS-DOS-based computers along with Windows NT and Windows 2000, completely self-contained operating systems that feature networking, symmetric multiprocessing, multi-threading, and security. Bill, you've certainly revolutionized the technology we know today.
Wow. Rock, that is impressive. So, for the first time, let me now unveil Xbox.
Check out these graphics.
I think this is going to be looked back on as the golden age of video games.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Spencer, known on Xbox as P3. I've been playing video games pretty much my whole life. I actually joined this company as an intern when I was still in school, a long time before Xbox was even a concept. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox and what games mean to all of us, I always come back to the fact that around the world, gaming is all about people. That's it. Games are all about real people coming together to create experiences and relationships that cross geographies and cultures and age and all the things that can separate people in other parts of life. Personally, I've been fortunate to see that power of gaming to connect people in a few ways.
Hope so.
At work, the best part of my job is spending time with the ridiculously talented teams, both here at Xbox and across our industry.
You think Don Matrick will make
you, gaming creators around the world, are at the
I don't think
forefront
so.
of the world's most exciting art form. But the reality is that as an industry, none of our work comes to life until it's enjoyed by our players. You, the global gaming community, are a powerful force, and it is you who've made our passion as popular and important as it is today. Pretty much every day when I'm off work, I'm on Xbox. I'm chatting with friends, we're driving Jeeps off cliffs in Forza, I'm trying new games in Game Pass. This is where we live, and we've all seen how important and real those human relationships can be, especially in the face of real-life adversity. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox, I think about you, our community, and our creators. And I want you to know that I'm dedicated, Team Xbox is dedicated, and this company is dedicated to continuing to invest, listen, and learn as we build the best, most welcoming, and most fun entertainment ecosystem anywhere on Earth and beyond. At Xbox, we're on a mission to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone. And we're honored that you've joined us for the last 20 years, and we can't wait to build the future together. So thank you, and see you online.
His name's Jacob. I met him like 3 years ago on Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
So over the next year, he quickly became one of our best friends.
We're meeting for the first time.
But of course, it was only online. I've never seen him in person.
Tanner lives in Spokane, Washington.
Then I was like, bro, I want to be in Canada. He's like, bro, no way.
He's here. It's just so crazy.
Now let's pack up and head to St. Louis.
And how's it been, bro? I'm so happy to see you, bro.
The Bridge Boys are back.
I've met Jacob.
That's why we're friends. We're all here. Gears of War. Because of Gears of War. You met this dude on Xbox.
Since the launch of Xbox One, we've listened to you, the community of Xbox gamers, and we're grateful for your continued feedback. We continue to deliver monthly platform feature updates that enhance your gaming experience, and your response to the updates continues to motivate us. Last year, the team decided to tackle a feature that has been consistently at the top of your request list. And while we weren't sure it was possible, today, I'm pleased to announce Xbox One backward compatibility.
I don't want to make anyone panic, but I've just checked the Xbox app for PC, and Infinite Multiplayer now says that it's coming today.
Your Xbox 360 games.
No, it says coming 15th of November 2021.
And the games you want to
I've got it right in
continue
front
to
of me.
replay
We could be playing Halo multiplayer by this
on
evening.
your Xbox One.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's shown and recently added on the Game Pass
You
app
asked
as well.
for more
by the looks of
games to
things.
join our backward compatibility catalog, from the biggest blockbusters to cult classics. And we
It's a
listened.
stranger now can't wait for the
Today we are
stream to
celebrating
end.
our anniversary by adding more than 70 original
If it is
Nothing
ready
really
for
matters
pre-launch,
now.
we might need
games
like
to
a
our
5-minute break afterwards so I can go and set the
The
download
entire
off
Max
on the
Payne
Series
series
X.
is now playable on Xbox Series X, Series S, and Xbox One consoles for the very first time. The entire Fear franchise can now be played on our latest machines. Games like Dead or Alive Ultimate and Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast are once again playable on a new generation of consoles. All original Xbox games will look better than ever on all modern consoles. Every one of the titles added today will benefit from Auto HDR, and many will enjoy increased frame rates with FPS Boost, including a wider range of our existing backward compatible titles like the Gears of War franchise, the Fable franchise, Cameo, and Sonic Generations. At Xbox, we are committed to preserving the games that you love, enhanced by the latest technology while staying true to the
Cameo.
original creator's vision. What better way
Another
to celebrate the
70
past 20 years
Xbox
than by
games.
playing the iconic
think
games
that
that helped define it? Thank you for being with us on every step of this journey.
BMG says his preloads just started. BMG, don't do it, man.
Trying to get mine going.
I do have a Series X Series S next week, so I can check it on that.
I loved Crackdown 1 as a game, seriously.
You ever wonder
what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Next time.
All right, Xbox fans, the time has come. Can you believe it has been 20 years since I stood on that CES stage in Las Vegas and helped launch the original Xbox? Now, of course, I nailed all the cool buzzwords. The Rock's here to say that that can't be farther from the truth. Symmetric multiprocessing, completely self-contained operating system. And how about that look? I mean, the outfit, the glasses. Who wears glasses inside? And I even had hair back then. Those were the days, the good old days. Now, thank the Lord, I left the fanny pack in my closet. All right, well, I hope you had a chance to watch Red Notice on Netflix over the weekend. Now, here's the thing. We built a kick-ass vault inspired by the film with some amazing treasures and artifacts from Xbox over the last 20 years. Now look, my co-stars Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, being the master thieves that they are hell-bent on getting into the vault and getting their hands on these artifacts themselves. So I need your help. I need you to break into the Xbox vault yourself by heading over to the site below. Now I'm excited to tell you we got hundreds and hundreds of amazing prizes, including an oil painting of yours truly from that moment 20 years ago. The look, the glasses, the hair, the whole thing is there. And custom Xbox Red Notice hardware, Game Pass collector's cards. We got hundreds and hundreds of them for you guys. And last but not least, 3 Cleopatra eggs, just like the ones in Red Notice. All right, it's time for me to go and hit the Iron Paradise and show Master Chief what real guns look like. You never cease to amaze The Rock. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Game over.
My Halo is not reinstalling.
Oops.
No, it's just the small.
It's
Red-
weird.
Either that or the downloads go live after the show, perhaps.
Yeah. Definitely showing it still is really.
Alright, got this. What is it to do? What?
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
Hello, Los Angeles! Yeah. The feeling of walking the streets of the future is really going to be breathtaking.
That didn't age well.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
More than just fun. It's an activity that brings people from all walks of life, from all over the world together.
Todo puede ser real en un juego.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pour moi, les jeux vidéo sont un moyen de s'évader et de penser à autre chose, mais surtout de découvrir des univers incroyables, des expériences inédites en coop ou en multijoueur, mais surtout de s'amuser, c'est le plus important.
In bocca al lupo e ci vediamo online.
The vision that we've worked on for so long, you see it in real products.
Xbox One X.
the most powerful console ever made. That journey from vision to reality isn't always a direct path. We see a future where you're instantly absorbed in your games, where worlds are even more lifelike, immersive, responsive, and surprising. We centered on this idea, putting the player at the center, really freeing up the player to play the games that they want with the people they want on the devices that they want to play.
Xbox will be the platform that underpins gaming experiences for the globe. That's the vision. It will connect people. It will empower creators to achieve things they never could before. It will break down barriers. That's what I believe.
A milestone like the 20th anniversary of Xbox is more than a chance to reflect on all we've done and everything our players have taught us. With 23 studios across Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda, all pouring their incredible passion into creating new worlds and amazing experiences, the future of gaming is awe-inspiring. At Xbox, our love for players starts with our love for games and the creators who make them. We know that to reach more gamers in more parts of the world, we need to keep bringing more creative voices and perspectives to the table. Fostering a community as diverse as the world we live in and inclusive of all that makes each of us who we are. That's why we relentlessly invest to make it easier and faster for developers to build the games we love. We've driven innovation to enable developers to build accessibility features into their games, like remappable controls and adjustable color or text for players who are visually impaired. We collaborate with creators to encourage representation of diverse characters for stories that can open our eyes and our hearts to new points of view. And we're committed to bringing those incredible games to every gamer on the planet by making it possible for anyone to play any game, anywhere. We do that with Game Pass, bringing you hundreds of titles from hidden gems to the biggest hits, playable across all devices. We do that with our consoles, the most affordable and powerful console lineup with Xbox Series S and X. And we do that with things like the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which has unlocked the joy of gaming for over 400 million players with disabilities. When everyone plays, we all win. It isn't just a tagline. It's a core principle that inspires everything we do. So please join us as we look forward to the next 20 years and more, as we unleash creativity, embrace a global community, and delight gamers everywhere, together. Thank you for being the core of what makes Xbox great.
Here we go, boys.
Our duty as soldiers is to protect humanity, whatever the cost.
Hold on to your hats.
I cannot wait for this. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good.
Hello, Master Chief.
I'm so fortunate to be able to work and play in this incredible sci-fi universe of Halo. Like Marvel and Star Wars, Halo is a universe where hundreds of stories can be told and where millions of experiences can be shared. Halo began 20 years ago as the defining experience for Xbox. And thanks to you, it's now a global pop culture phenomenon. Whether it's the highly anticipated Halo TV series coming to Paramount Plus next year, which you just saw a glimpse in that live-action teaser, or stepping back into the boots of Master Chief in Halo Infinite this December, the Halo universe continues to expand in new and thrilling ways. Because of your passion for Halo and your constructive feedback, we gave Halo Infinite more time to refine it for everyone that has been with us from the beginning and for anyone who's just getting started. This game is a return to our roots with an epic campaign and a deeply rewarding multiplayer. And we can't wait for you to jump into this all-new Halo experience. While the Master Chief is the hero of Halo, our fans are its heart and soul. And we at 343 are proud to celebrate 20 years of Halo with you in a very special way. Enjoy.
Hello, Halo community, from all of us at 343 Industries. To everyone who played in the recent multiplayer flights, your passion and feedback and spectacular gameplay clips inspired all of us as we made the final push to get Halo Infinite ready for launch. As a thank you and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we wanted to do something special. So let me hand the mic to Tom French, Creative Director for Halo Infinite Multiplayer. Tom?
Thank you, Joseph. On behalf of the entire Halo team, it's my honor and privilege to announce that your Spartan journey begins today. Right now, you can download and start playing Season 1 of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer beta on Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC. This is the kickoff of our season, and you'll have access to all the maps, core modes, academy features, and the full battle pass to unlock. And your progression will carry over when we officially release the game on December 8th. This is an amazing moment for our team to get to celebrate this as we finally get to release the game and play with you online.
Oh,
See you online, Spartans.
Wow, we can start playing Season 1 right now. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Fantastic.
We built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans. To be a Spartan, you must become the impossible.
Greetings, Spartan. It would be my pleasure to serve at your side.
Flag 8. An electric kill. On
Sure.
Nice. How do we get it?
Oh man, I need to check if I can download the bloody thing. What an awesome way to end that. Really.
Oh, so it's only the campaign that's coming December 8th. Oh man.
Yeah. So the multiplayer beta starts now, and then the full beta or the full multiplayer not in beta is December 8th, along with the campaign.
I find it bizarre they're calling it a beta, and then they're still saying, "Oh, you can still play season 1 now, though." So it's like it's in final testing, but that's it. You can just start playing now.
I guess it's just a way to get around the whole. It's not officially out until December 8th. You know, it's launching alongside it's launching alongside the campaign, but you know, everyone can join the beta now if they want. So.
Excellent. So how do we get it? Because I've downloaded the base thing. It's about 280 megabytes. Looks like it just opens to a blue screen.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to be pushing an update to the file.
I'm assuming maybe like the next half an hour, worst case.
Yeah,
I imagine that they're going to trigger something on the servers, and then off you go.
Yeah, like Scott says, I think it's going to trigger an update, isn't it? That's going to be, I don't know, tens of gigs, I should think, and. Bosh, we're off. Wow. So what do we make of that, everyone? Let's go to you first, Scott. Again, let's go in order. Was you surprised by that?
Not. The thing is, obviously, it was heavily rumored, and the evidence was really suggesting that they were going to do it beforehand. But even just getting the announcement, like, even though I kind of knew it was coming, it's still so exciting. I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite later tonight, providing I can download it fast enough, which is awesome.
That's crazy, isn't it? To think
you've got super duper new internet, haven't you? So just in time.
Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the servers are just going to get blitzed. So like, there's going to literally be millions of people trying to download this now. I assume so. It's probably going to be tough to get it tonight. I'm refreshing my Series S. Trying to get it now, and it's just getting that blue bloody screen. But I thought overall that was a pretty cool stream. I thought that was a pretty good look back to the 20 years at Xbox, and an awesome way to end the show. You know, like it's weird. You don't see shadow drops like that ever. When do you see a game as big as Halo get released 3 weeks early, or at least a portion of the game released 3 weeks early? You know,
no, exactly.
It's pretty unusual. So that's really exciting.
I guess it does help tick a box, because there was obviously lots of speculation that the main game would release today, and obviously it being a year late after the launch of the Series S and Series X and S. So I guess being able to do something for today. Was quite a big deal, particularly for obviously the Xbox team and the 343, and it's pretty cool that they have Pucks. I don't know, a bit like Scott. I think I both was and wasn't surprised. I think had they not have mentioned it, I wouldn't have been that surprised, if I'm honest. But the fact that they have is it's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, I think our reactions kind of said it all. And wow, it's actually true. But yeah, if there was no rumors leaking about that, I think I would have been even more. Oh wow, but then at the same time, when it's kind of going very Halo specific right near the end, it's like, hold on a minute, something's happening here. And then, you don't end it on a live, you don't end it on an orchestra playing the Halo tune and then just stop there. Like, there has to be some other news that follows it. So that was really exciting to see. And I think, as Scott was saying, it's like, yeah, come on, servers, hurry up, let me start downloading the damn thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's up on Steam for those guys who are on PC. Apparently, only 26 gig.
Well, Luke's probably about 60% downloaded by now already.
I'm not. I'd have to buy it on Steam. So
of course.
Do you have to buy to get access to the beta?
Yeah. So although I will double check. Oh yeah, in fact, hang on, let's have a look.
It's free to play, isn't it?
It might be completely decup. Yeah, let me go and have a look now.
You go disappear off. We'll hold the fort. You get your.
You talk amongst yourselves for a sec while Luke has a look.
So the thing is, just to quickly swap it around a bit, because I know just before we went live, I was saying to Scott in the green room, I suppose you call it, but I've been enjoying Forza 5 for the last couple of days or the week, whatever it's been. I've done all the roads now. I'm kind of coming to the final events of Horizon, and even I've been enjoying the game, but then I've got to a point where it's like I can feel myself dropping off soon. What am I going to play next? And now that this has happened, it's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm going to play next now.
Yeah,
not play
Xbox has
Forza
got
ever
you
again.
covered. They've got you covered,
Yeah,
my friend.
exactly. Oh man, I can't wait.
Can I put a day's holiday and work tomorrow? is that
Put a sickie.
Yeah. I mean, I work from home, so
You are sounding a bit rough, though, Scott. To be honest, mate, you are sounding.
Oh yeah, get yourself checked out.
Yeah, it's getting worse as the stream went on. Funnily enough, so yeah, unfortunately, no update for me just yet on the Series S. I just get that bloody blue screen.
Downloading, boys.
Oh,
Here it comes.
How big is it?
For Steam.
Yeah, it's 26 gigs.
Oh, I'm gonna have to download.
The thing
it
is, that'll
Steam,
probably be done by the time we're done here.
Yeah, so I'll be dropping off, lads. I'll see you in a bit.
With his internet as well. So, yeah, man. We should probably actually just say before we go on, thank you to the guys in chat who were very kindly sorting out a little bit of nonsense in there. So thank you very much, gents. Really appreciate it. Couldn't keep up as well there. So.
You know what? We get very little nonsense, but I'm grateful for when we do get that people step in straight away. So thank you very much, peeps. Yeah, that's really cool. Chat, thank you for being here with us. I mean, there's plenty of other possibly bigger and possibly better podcasts going on right now that are live streaming this. So thank you very much for being and sharing this with us. It was a great little show, actually. I really enjoyed that. It was quite interesting to see some of the opening boot up screens as well through the ages, as it were, because you kind of forget those sort of things. Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it?
I like how even now on the screen, like, they've got the original Xbox, like the goo thing with the the 20 in the middle and stuff, like from OG Xbox. I think that's a really cool touch as well.
Yeah, no, that was really cool, and even some of the operating systems, like you're saying, the UIs and stuff, like the Blade system. Do you remember the Blade system from the 360? I love.
I actually watched an MVG Modern Vintage Gamer video on YouTube today because he was doing an Xbox 20th kind of released a video today, and he showed the Blade system as well. And I saw that earlier, and I was just thinking, oh man, what a time to be alive that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Well, it looks like our next week's worth of gaming sorted out. Perhaps
next week. Next 10 years.
Perhaps we should do a live stream of Halo Infinite. That would be pretty cool. And one thing I would like to do is to play some other podcasts as well. Do a Halo Infinite podcast v podcast. That would be pretty cool. I'm sure we'll get some takers.
Similar to what we said before. I mean, community members out there, I'm sure we can arrange something like what we did before during the original beta, if you remember. I know we kept saying for a while we've done a few podcasts versus community. So if you guys are interested, let's definitely sort it out at some point.
Yeah, it's really cool. Do you think these leaks are kind of spoiling things a little bit? Because I know when we get leaks come in, it's kind of exciting, particularly in a dry spell. A leak's coming in of we've had this week, haven't we? What Compulsion are working on, Project Midnight, third-person action game, and obviously Obsidian as well, Pentiment. So, as exciting as those are, the sort of leak that the multiplayer was going to shadow drop tonight, has that kind of spoilt things for you? Do you think, Scott?
No, I don't think so, because like the excitement that I've got for playing Halo later, leaked or not, I'm going to be playing Halo later. So I'm not really too bothered about leaks personally. And I know you mentioned the leaks from Jez, specifically Pentiment and Project Midnight. The thing is, we know that Compulsion are working on something. We know that it's a third-person adventure game. We knew that Josh Sawyer was working on something at Obsidian. So there's while they are leaks, I don't think they're really much. It's always one of those things I always see people complain when developers announce games too early, but then they complain about leaks, but then they complain about CGI when it's announced. It's just like, just show us what you're working on, show us something, let us know it's coming. And people can get excited for that. And I'm still going to be excited to see the reveals of these games because we've got no idea really what they look like, what they're going to play like. So I still think the reveal of these games are still going to have excitement, despite the fact we know a tiny bit about it. But like I say, really all we know of is the existence of it now, which we knew they were working on something previously. We just never really had sort of official confirmation that that had existed. So yeah, I don't really mind leaks too much, especially when they're not taking away from the reveal. I think sometimes I remember one year when Xbox's entire E3 show was leaked about an hour before the show. That sucked. That really sucked. And then this actually, the excitement over since Friday for Halo, I think if anything, it's added to my excitement for this show. Because like the people digging into the APIs on Halo leaderboards, Pringles, Twitter getting involved and things like that. I think it's actually been pretty exciting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday up until now. So I don't think it negatively impacted the show. I think if anything, it might have even enhanced it for me to see all that sort of the emotional roller coaster that's been this weekend finally get announced to be real. It was really, really exciting for me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, to be honest. And, like you say, it's interesting and exciting to hear what's coming. I don't know. I think it probably stole the thunder a little bit. I had in my mind that they might shadow drop perhaps the multiplayer like that. And when I saw a rumour of it, it's like, oh, okay, that's going to kind of happen then, is it? And then, I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed because, like you say, it would have been quite nice to sort of add the surprise by it. But, well, either way, looks like we're going to be playing potentially Halo multiplayer by the end of the day. Luke's saying that it's a 26 gig download on Steam. I can't imagine it's going to be much different on console. How's it going, Luke? Have you managed to download it yet, or are you most of the way there?
No, I think the server's getting hammered because the download is very slow. So I'm getting now. Bear in mind, I'm on Wi-Fi, so I'm not directly plugged in, but I'm only getting 7.8 megabytes downloads at the moment, so not much. And I've just read a few people are only getting kilobytes of download. It's I've got 10%. I'm keeping on. We'll see what happens.
Fantastic. Well, chat. I mean, I'm guessing. Let us know, chat. Are you going to be downloading this tonight? I'm guessing you are. It's quite a big deal, and it's going to be so fantastic to play this game. Like I say, I know it sounds crazy, but I did get withdrawal symptoms from it when we'd had the flighting, and it was gone for a bit. It's like, I enjoyed that so much that I just want to jump straight back in. And well, tonight I might be able to, perhaps, possibly tomorrow, depending on how it goes. But that's fantastic. Have we had any more joy? Go on.
Oh. I definitely mirror that sentiment as well, because I dropped out of the Xbox One era. Like I didn't get around to playing Halo 4 or 5, so I kind of dropped off Halo for a bit since 3. But I loved 1, 2, and 3 like to the end, But since playing the beta, that kind of really reinvigorated my kind of Halo love again. Especially as we said on previous shows, how the gunplay and the general mechanics and motions and movement and how just the way the game plays and feels so fantastic. So knowing it's now out, this is going to be my game for a long time, I think. Especially now that we know, as Scott was saying earlier, this is that they've got a long-term plan for this. It's going to be season after season, update after update. So as long as they keep it fresh, as I'm sure they will, I can see this being my game for a long time.
Well, I think we've already mentioned this, and I can't remember your answer if we did. But are you going to invest in the battle pass? Do you think season on season?
I'll have to see what the kind of content is. I think if it's
it's going to be cosmetic, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that. I suppose it depends on to what end. Because if it's anything like, because I remember when the pair of us back on Modern Warfare when that was first coming out, we played got the coins and stuff for that. If it's just mainly like Spartan skins that you don't really see in game, I'm personally not too fussed about that. I know a load of people online love that shit, just to be blunt, but. Yeah, if it's just skins for yourself and maybe a few weapon skins, I'm not too fussed because I imagine in some way there'll probably be ways to unlock things for free as well. So yeah, it depends. I suppose is the short end of it, but I'm not going to be rushing to it unless there's an exceptional reason as to why I should have it.
I guess
would you jump to buy it?
Well, the only real time that you actually do get to see yourself is obviously the opening screen of the game, where kind of all four of you are sort of stood next to each other, and you're kind of pulling the pose before you go, and you get to sort of see. I guess there's an element of prestige, isn't there? Because obviously, the more you've progressed in the battle pass, the sort of the rarer the cosmetics you're going to get. I guess it's just a little bit of prestige at that point. Scott, are you going to invest in the battle pass? Do you think blindly?
Yeah, I think so. I think, although you say maybe blindly, they have actually sort of revealed a lot about what's included in the Season 1 Battle Pass, in terms of the cosmetics, the AI, and things like that. So we've got a pretty good idea about what's included, and the theme of it is Reach. It's named Heroes of Reach. So for those who played Halo Reach or maybe fond of the lore, it's a pretty cool way to start it from a cosmetic perspective. I think some of the skins that they've shown are pretty cool as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be jumping into the battle pass. I think it's I'm not really someone who's bothered about skins, but this isn't like I'm not getting like a Batman skin or a Naruto skin or something like that. This is like customization options, so you can make your own Spartan. So I think it's a little bit different. So yeah, what they've shown so far looks cool, and I'm looking forward to checking the cosmetics out once it bloody
Fantastic.
loads.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm the same. I wouldn't be necessarily averse to going into the battle pass. I quite like the battle pass system. They normally do that thing where you can earn the coins for the next battle pass during this battle pass.
Yeah.
So you technically you only have to buy one as long as you're playing, and it does keep you involved and stuff. And
plus, they've already said that you get to play. You get to earn the rewards from previous seasons. So you do get that luxury still compared to every other battle pass system.
It should be noted that it's a little different to other battle passes. You can't get the currency back from this one. So it's not like the others like Fortnite and Apex, where kind of like as you go through it. So I think that's kind of the trade-off they've made. So there's no time gate on it, so you don't have to rush to the end of the season. But I guess the trade-off for that is you don't then get the currency back. So you will have to buy each one as and when you're ready to start that battle pass. So it does work a little bit different.
Do we know how frequently the seasons are going to be?
About 3 months.
So for
I think they've
year.
said around 3 months, because what they're doing is they're linking the seasons in the multiplayer to some of the campaign features, if you remember. So season 1 obviously launched. Season 2 is going to be when they bring co-op in, and then season 3 is when they're expecting to add Forge to the game. So and they've said seasons will be roughly 3 months.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Luke, have you ever bought into a battle pass? Do you is that the sort of thing you've done in other games?
No, so it's I don't typically. I don't tend to buy. I don't think I've ever bought a battle pass actually.
Is this going to be the first game you do?
Exception for Halo. Yeah, I think so. I'll have a look at it. But I think so because I'm likely to play this a lot, and I would think cosmetically they can do some really cool stuff. So it's one of the rare occasions where I'll actually be somewhat bothered about that stuff. So yeah, I think I'll budge in.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Are we expecting new maps as well for each season? Do you think? I mean, they've got to keep it fresh, haven't they?
Yeah, they've not said specifically around like how maps and modes are going to work with Infinite, but I think that's a fair assumption. They'll freshen up the multiplayer in other ways through maps and modes and things like that as they go along. But I don't think they've actually explicitly stated that just yet. But I think it's a fair assumption to go by.
Well, this is kind of a fantastic day. Like I say, I was really looking forward to it. I was quite pleased it was only a little half-hour kind of video and stuff. But to have this at the end, and I'm still looking at my blue screen. I keep refreshing the Halo.
Still not live on consoles yet. Then
multiplayer app. No, you can open the app. It's 280 megs, but when you open up, you just get this very pale blue screen, which is quite comical for it being a Microsoft product. But there we go. Fantastic. I think we're going to end the show there, gents. I know we had a little bit more a little bit more time perhaps we could have used, but I think people are kind of drifting off, and obviously in the UK it's a bit of an odd time, 6 o'clock. I think people are still eating their dinners and stuff like that, so perhaps we'll draw it there if that's okay, guys. I know for a fact at least 2 of you on the panel have still got dinner to eat yet as well, so no, that's really fantastic. I really appreciate you guys being here. It was a great little video, and what a nice little treat that was. So hopefully we'll be able to go live again this Sunday with our podcast. Whether we'll do a live Halo Infinite gameplay, I don't know. Perhaps we could play the community, seeing as it's gone live by then, or perhaps we'll just do another podcast. But apologies for yesterday and this week's podcast. Obviously, there were several things that happened, calamitous things that happened, and I think the writing was on the wall. So we made the difficult decision not to go ahead, but we knew we had tonight, and well, what a great show tonight was. Well, panel, thank you very much for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Yeah, I guess we're all going to scurry off and try and Google how the hell we get this game downloaded faster than everyone else if we can.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to wait. Us console users, being shafted here. How come the PC guys on Steam get it before us on Xbox?
Well, to be honest, I'm going to be straight onto Steam and download it after this.
Oh man.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, panel chat. Thank you very much for being here, listening to us, guys. It's always a privilege to have the regulars along, particularly the bouncers that we have in the chat, getting rid of the riff-raff. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed the showcase from Microsoft and Xbox, and I sincerely hope you enjoy the Halo multiplayer as and when you can get that downloaded. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.